To me, it feels like it should go there. The box has zero organization. There's no baggies for any of this.
Bruh.
The deck you're not allowed to shuffle is going to end up shuffled. There, not now.
Aww.
Welcome back to Unbox and Conquer. Today we have a redo. That's what we have. Welcome back to Unbox and Conquer. Today we have Terra Eterna and extras. So this is a fantasy character building RPG adventure. But got it off GameFound. This is the Valiant Seeker of Adventure pledge, which I think is the only one they had when I looked at it. Character sheets and playmat. So, let's do the playmat first, because it seems like the simplest and the loudest. It is definitely the loudest. So, everything out of the way. Let's look at the playmat. Upside down. Playmat. Not as big as my filming playmat, but pretty big. So this is your game board, so to speak. This is going to tell you where you're going to put your cards. It's going to help keep the game organized. And we'll just leave this out for the rest of it. Next we have the character sheets. These were an additional add-on. And they came ripped, so we don't get to open the cellophane. Oh well. These are going to basically give you an idea on how your character plays, their level, how to level them up, kind of like help you guide through, give you some backstory, and all that. So for each character, kind of like helps you fast track you to learning your character instead of you playing multiple times and figuring it out. So you have all the, where's it at? Oh yeah, there it is. Look at that. Look at that glare. Anyway, you gotta stop playing. So you have, I think, 13 characters that you can play. I mean, this is quite a hefty stack. So it's got your build guides, your story, your recommended cards. You do not have to follow anything these things say. You can play however you feel like. But I thought it would be interesting to at least have so that I could read their backstories and learn more about the game. And I do enjoy good RPG and dungeon crawler, so let's get into this box, which has some nice fantasy city art on it. Also, the characters look very anime styled, that kind of art style. Right, so we have our rule book. It is a rule book. It will tell you how to play. It is colorful. Nothing fancy in the rule book. We have dice. We got some D8s, D4s, D6s, a couple D20s, a D10, standard fare, and now we got some custom dice. Now these are your monster dice. Well, some of them are your monster dice. Like these ones are custom engraved for different monster types. So you're going to have bronze, silver, and gold. And I'm not really sure what the HP this dice does, but it's another custom dice. And these things are big. These are definitely chunky dice. These are little dice. I don't know what these are for either, because I gotta stop saying that in all the videos. It's like, no shit, I don't know what anything is. I'm just looking at it. So we got some more dice. Now these dice look like some sort of counter. They only go up to 2. So these are also a lot smaller. Oops. So yeah, these only go up to 2. One of the things that really drew me to this game was the fact that it came with acrylic tokens. I am a sucker for an acrylic token. Alright, so now we have the black version of the white ones that go up to 2. So I am still trying to dig out all the acrylics. Unfortunately, the little baggie they were in busted open in the box, and now they are all over the place. I think that is it for that. Yep, okay. Okay, so these, I'm a sucker for acrylic tokens, and you're going to have to peel them, which just happens, which is nice. They don't want you to get scratched up, damaged acrylics when you get them, or I'm about to ruin it. We can see. We're going to do it live. Nah, it's just a protective acrylic coating that's on everything. So you'll have to peel this off, or not. It's your game. There, not now.
Aww.
We have, each character has an acrylic token, and they are not front and back, same image on both sides. But I try to back the acrylic version of the games I get because I never get around to painting minis as fast or as nicely as I want. And I want to play my games, but I don't want to just see a bunch of chunks of gray plastic everywhere. So having acrylic tokens, which already have the images on them, look a lot nicer on the board than chunks of gray. This is a broken one that I just have next to me that I have to fix. He did not arrive in the box safely. So, we have a ton of cards, but before we get to the stacks of cards, let's see these tokens. That is a lot of tokens. Well, it should be, because this game, as you can tell by the neoprene mat here, is going to have a lot of hex tiles. So you're going to lay out your opening tile, and then you build your dungeon / adventure mat. This is a mostly fighting game. Like, you're going to have some story for each individual character, and which is in one of these decks. It's going to say story card. You're going to follow your little story. This isn't like a massive campaign game because I wanted something that was not a massive campaign game. So you can play this in one sitting and everyone won't freak out on you because you want to play a campaign game. So they come out kind of like this, roughly. You're going to have your starting tile, which is in this stack somewhere. And they're going to start out as unliberated. I'm probably not setting it up accurately, but you get the idea. And then as you go here, you're going to liberate the tile. Now you know this has a monster on it because it has the monster icon. Same thing with that one. And this one. Oh, this one has treasure. This one did not have any monsters. That's nice. But it kind of starts off like that. You're going to build your board. You're going to go fight your monsters. You're going to have bounty cards and quest cards and story cards. And so these are all going to be your tiles. And these are monster tokens. So you'll know what to put out. This is all the tokens. Well, map tiles. You can, some of these tiles, like right here, it has these borders. That would mean when you're building out your map, you can't cross that line, so it could meander through the whole area. There's a bridge. And there's your start tile, and your first player tile. So, this goes here. And we have a castle tile. Avion Castle. Maybe that's like your... Maybe that goes there? Well, we know this goes here. To me, it feels like it should go there. I will have to read the book to learn. Either way. Let's get in. So these are the tiles. Let's open these cards real fast. Alright, we're back into it. Alright, let's go through these cards. So you're gonna have monster cards of various, colors to fight. There's bosses, and so this is a silver monster. This is gold monster. bronze monsters, your hero cards, and then you're going to have class cards. So each one of these tokens, acrylic tokens, will also, and these character sheets, will match, obviously, a class. You can upgrade your characters in this game. You can also keep helping out after you die. So, you got your starting stats, and then as you beat, let's look at a monster, it's going to go under there. You match the art, and now you have a +1 HP to your little rogue looking character. Maybe she's a priest. She's a dark doctor. To your dark doctor, you now have 100 gold. I believe this is an experience point and a +1 to your health. Because you beat the warrior goblin. So those are the characters. And then you're going to have your skill card for the swordsman class. So if you're the swordsman, you'll be pulling from those decks. I think you can mix and match your skill decks as well. You're going to draw cards, have a card hand. So these are going to be like bounties. So you're going to have two modes. You have Blitz mode, which is 2 rounds. I think the normal mode is like 5 rounds, which you'll have to adjust your hands. Or these are your bounty cards. So it's kind of like your group task to go and complete this bounty. Then each person will also get their private story card. So right here. So these you keep to yourself, and at the end, if you completed it, you get these victory points. It is a semi-cooperative game, as in you still get points and you want to be the highest point person. Here's some player aids, and if you're a death aid, so it's semi-cooperative in that you want to cooperate during the game, but at the end, whoever has the most points will win. I think I understood that right. So this has a big old stop. Do not shuffle this. This is your event deck. So I won't shuffle it. I'll just show you a bunch of numbers, because as you're going through it, the events can tell you to reference these numbers. You go and you find it. It's very similar to Vantage, where you find a number and read what the card says. So they just look like this. I'm not going to give too much spoilers in case you don't want to be spoiled. We'll just sit that there. Here's some more classes. So we have the Ranger class cards. I'll do Ranger stuff. Got healers. So this is going to be your actions, along with, I believe you roll your dice still, and then you just add these to it, or to modify the dice, you're going to use that. So you're going to have your healer cards, fighter. Each class will have their own deck, which I think I've said 4 times now. And then you're going to have your skill card for the swordsman class. So if you're the swordsman, you'll be pulling from those decks. That's right. Let me into this stack of cards. You'll never win, cellophane. So you also will have starter cards. So these are starter cards. Everyone's going to have a certain number of I think it's 5 starter cards. And then you'll also choose 5 of your class cards. That's why there's so many starter cards. Because everyone needs starter cards. There we go. Starter cards. What are starter cards? They are basic items. Elements, chaos, grit, runic trap, a regular sword. I wonder if these are like also starter specific. Does not say. They're just starters. Alright. So they're not differentiated by your class, but they are like basic attacks and basic spells and basic abilities. A regular sword is probably good for the fighter. The wizard person is not going to have a good time with that. What else do we got? We got artifacts. What is an artifact? Ah. Special weapon. Excalibur. We can find Excalibur. We're now in Britain. Gauntlet of Syria. Tilt this card. For any roll, replace 2 basic dice result with a d6. So there's more ways to augment your dice to make them better. Venom sword. 1 last stack. And then we rebox this puppy. The only thing I'm not liking so far about this, if I can get into this package, is that the box has 0 organization. There's no baggies for any of this.
Bruh.
There's no card dividers. It's just a straight up box. So everything's going to get dumped in there, which means the deck you're not allowed to shuffle is going to end up shuffled. So here's more swordsman's cards. So we can put this one with the swordman. Spellcaster cards. Rogue cards. So I'm guessing these guys, all the classes, might be broken down by like type. Because there's certainly not 13 stacks of classes. So I'm guessing if you are playing this big dude, what's his thing? He is the Augustine Bloodborne. He's an exiled dragonborn. He's probably a fighter of some form, so he's probably going to take the swordsman cards. Then we have more spellcaster cards. Are these all spellcasters? Oh yeah, there's a lot of spellcasters. I'm guessing there are a lot of spellcaster type players. These is everything. This is the game, all in a mess. I'm going to put it in the box now. Okay, so you can totally tell that things have changed from the last frame. I went through and organized this game because I don't like opening a game and having everything just piled in here. That's will drive me insane. So these baggies did not come with the game. So I have a whole drawer of game board organization tools, extra tokens. I'm a weirdo. But so I pulled those out to organize the game. So we got all the acrylic standees, all the monster tokens. The only thing I didn't do anything with were these tiles. So wasn't sure if I should put them in a box or something, so I didn't. But they're just gonna hang out. These are big chunky things, they'll be fine. So, and then I went through and I organized all the cards. Now these are little wristbands you can get at like fairs and stuff. You can get them online for pretty cheap, but they make really good reusable card holders for when you don't have any. So they just slide on and off. I'll show you in a second. So you can just slide them off, and then you have all your cards. You use your cards at the end of the game, you put them back. I don't know if I needed to explain that, but I did. So they just slide back on, unless you make them super tight, and then I don't know why you would do that since you're planning to reuse them. And so I have done that to all the cards in this game so that they are betterly, they are organized for gameplay. So all the classes, the monsters, and then all the tokens. Bloop. First player token, all the dice, and the rulebook. That's everything in the box. There is plenty of space in this box. One thing I am not happy about, class cards don't fit in the box, which means, well, my shelf is going to look weird because I have a random stack of character sheets that are going to have to get wedged in between the games or on top of the games or somewhere. But I would have preferred if the designer had made these character cards to fit in this box. Because if they had, it would fit totally flush with actually a little gap too. But they did not. So we are left with this. So it hangs over a good bit. Like a good inch and a half. So that sucks. But everything is good quality. The box is good, except for it got jammed up in the shipping. That's not the creator's problem. That's because the Postal Service hates packages. The mat is stitched on the sides. It's not the thickest mat. Like, this mat is definitely thicker, but this is very serviceable. I think this is a quality mat. And it was strangely inexpensive, which I'm quite happy to have a nice inexpensive game mat. So this was Trevor's gonna love all the in this video. Anyway, this was Terra Eterna. It is a RPG in a box where you go and you fight monsters mostly and do little quests, and it's not a campaign. I think it should be pretty easy to get to table, at least with my group. But if you like just going on little mini adventures with short, bite-sized storylines, check it out. It's got quality materials. It comes with the acrylic standees, all the cardboard punched out perfectly, like not one ripped or just messed up. All the printing was good. There's no like overflow. Sometimes you can get where it doesn't quite cut it out right. So nothing like that. So they did do a really good job packaging the game, except they needed an insert and they needed to resize these cards to fit in the box. Those are my two so many god damn it. So those are my two gripes about this. It's just that these don't fit in the box and there's no insert. If you're interested, check it out. I'm not sure if it's still for sale or not. I got this off the campaign page for GameFound. Let me get the cards out of the way so you can see the game. But if you like the video or any of my videos, like, subscribe, hit the bell, keep watching. Thank you.